So big data. Who actually says the words big data here? Let's see your hands. Okay, good. The thing is, big data is like from 2007. I remember sitting in a room in 2007, 2008 being like, man, I have all this data. It's such a pain in the ass to store. What are we going to do? And then all of a sudden, it's easy to store. Disks are cheaper, et cetera. Suddenly, there's cloud, all this fun stuff. And so now, big data is done. It's solved. When we say big data, we are buying into marketers. We're buying into the marketing terms of fear and FUD around you're not going to have enough space to store your data. OMG. The campaign, we had big data, and we could have stored it on a desktop computer because the disks are cheap. The thing that we need to focus on here is questions. I want a conference about questions and answers, and specifically big answers. I think in 2008, when we were talking about how to store data, that was hard. Right now, what's hard is finding out the insights from that data. How do you use the same technology that you use in targeting to have a conversation, to push that conversation closer to the user? When I talk to marketers, a lot of times you hear this echoed back. They're not talking about listening, they're not talking about a conversation, but they're talking about how do you do one-to-one marketing. I think if you just said, how do you have a conversation, I think the consumer would be more interested in that. And so you constantly have this loop of you grab data, you execute on the data, you grab more data, you execute on that data, and a constant loop. We did this with knocking on doors, we did this with phones. It worked incredibly well because we were able to have a conversation, and we were able to use that conversation to generate more data to have better conversations.